Tomnia katakoto to pratatale trakete no no mratomoishat kratala pratomoto shemit kram no krotosh. Iamotor kroto to lo pratomoite pratomoto shema kratale tratomoita kratala pratoto. Greetings and blessings to each of you. I am Alsharon of the GodStar, in service to Source, planet Earth, and every star seed upon planet Earth. It is a moment in time, and in this moment of time, I wish to give you information that will assist you on your path, as well as information about things happening on the other side of the veil. The new energy has truly been activated now. And so it is very important that you step back and let go of your preconceived notions of how things should be, releasing the preconceived notions of what you think is truth. You see, it is time for you to realize and understand that your concept of truth is based, generally speaking, upon this world. And the truth that we wish for you to connect with, the truth that we wish for you to uncover, rests within your soul, rests within your home, your true home beyond this world. The energies are much more conducive now to allowing you to connect more fully with your true energy, meaning the energy from your home. What you need to understand, however, and this is very vitally important, you have chosen, with the understanding of what was the potential of what was going to come on this world, you chose to experience things, go through things, let go of things, release things. This is not going to prevent these things from proceeding and completing. And you are doing so for a very simple reason. It's because you are going to be going home. So these things are very important to be accomplished and done. Plus the fact that you are also going through some of these things because you are here assisting humanity, the humanity of Earth. You are assisting other star seeds. And I'm not referring to doing readings and healings and things like this, but what I am referring to is your interactions, your conversations, your heart-to-hearts, shall we say. Now, there has been something that has occurred recently that we will be discussing and talking about, as well as things that are going to be coming your way. And it is very exciting indeed. So the thing that you need to remember here is stop bashing yourself and stop judging and criticizing yourself because the life that you think you should be living in aren't. It very well could be that you are trying to live a life that is going against what you're here to live. The only thing you can do is go within, see what resonates, and move in that direction. If you do so, Spirit will provide what you need in divine time, divine order, and divine rightness so that you can achieve what you are here to achieve. This is a very potent and powerful time, much more so than you can imagine. The energies on this planet are in flux. They are changing and altering, sometimes in a moment's notice. And in the next moment, it's changing again. For many of you, you are beginning to experience the afterthoughts, if you will, or the after effects of the quantum. For those of you who have done the BlueStar healing workshop, this is even more enhanced. But every star seed is beginning to feel the effects of the quantum in their life. A moment may seem like days. A minute could seem like an hour. An hour could seem like 5 minutes. This is part of connecting with the quantum. And what you need to realize is this life, it's not about you. It's not about the fact that you're here, so everything should line up so that you can have that new car or that fancy vacation or that whatever the case may be. Spirit is not here to placate. Be very careful in trying to make deals with Spirit. Spirit has a tendency to shut off on most deals, unless it is advantageous to the path, to the planet. Be aware of this. Now, one of the things that is occurring at this time, a very long time ago, when this project hadn't really begun yet, and the decision was made that the humanity of Earth could evolve. At that particular juncture, the reptilians were here. They came to annex this planet. They didn't care about if the humanity of this planet could evolve or not. They saw it as an opportunity to gain whatever advantages they could gain, and so on and so forth. And it was their means and ways to try and strip this planet of its natural resources. They've done it before on other planets. But when the Ashtar Command came and things were arranged for them to be removed from the planet, they left certain things behind. These things would activate once the vibrational frequency reached a particular resonance on this planet, which it has reached. And these devices have started activating. And they are being attached to starseed. Generally particular starseed, but starseed nonetheless. And what this is doing is creating a severing, if you will, between the individual and those that they are most connected with on the planet. It is also creating a severing between them and their etheric body. And this was discovered. Danae has been working and is releasing, shall we say, an encodement that I will be speaking and giving in a little bit. And when that happens, if you have one of these devices, it will deactivate and the connection will be reestablished. So for those of you who have been feeling very disconnected, confused, worried, this is the reason for that. Denath has said that he would prefer if I gave it now, so I will. So for those of you who have one of these devices, have been experiencing this, by the time I am finished, you will feel quite different and you will feel much better and you will feel more grounded and connected. So the encodement is 158, sequence 3449. Activate. Ushnakai talahitoroto shamakarato makialahita. Yamo teatalai kia taratomoyete kilapratomo shikarataya parakatono. Yamo yamatalahita totkorotomo takaratamahita. You will feel the effects and the changes almost instantaneously. So let it go and release. Very important. They are not to be concerned with. There is nothing that any can do that we cannot counter. We wanted to give you an update as well. Everything is on track moving forward. We are moving forward towards each of you returning home. We are also working very hard to ensure that everything is in place so that once you return from this incarnation, and it does not matter if you leave in say tomorrow or 40 years from now, in our reality, it's not a big deal. And the bottom line is, and what you need to remember is that you will be returning home. This is the bottom line. This is one incarnation out of hundreds that you've lived. So remember that it is in these moments that it is so vitally important to be connected, to be in your heart, to feel the energy around you. The Order of Armaeus has been going through a upgrade, shall we say, that is proceeding very, very well. More of the members of the Order of Armaeus who are incarnated currently on this planet are beginning to get particular energies sent into them to assist them in doing what they need to do before they depart here, before they leave. And there is a tremendous amount of training going on. So if many of you may be discovering or going to bed at night and going to sleep and sleeping through the night and waking up in the morning going, why do I feel more tired than when I went to bed last night? So if this is happening to you, and I'm not saying it's happening to everyone, but if this is happening to you, what you need to do is you need to, when you go to bed, speak to your guides, tell them, I am willing to do whatever I need to do on the other side while my physical body sleeps. Just make sure that my physical body gets all the rest it needs. It's very, very important. And it is very helpful as well. So the bottom line is that you need to understand and realize that each one of you is working very diligently and very hard to ensure that you accomplish all the things you're here to do and all the things that you want to accomplish and having the interactions you want to have and doing the things that you're here to do. You need to step back. Stop thinking that you have to do this or you have to do that. Do what resonates in your heart. Do what your heart is pushing you to do. And don't worry about what other people are trying to tell you you have to do. But if you are more fully connected within, which is why we wanted to give this activation so that any devices within any of you can be deactivated. This one has been pulling them out of a number of different people, but he can't get to everyone because many people are going through this and they don't understand or realize what is happening, so they don't know to reach out for that assistance. It is very important that you realize and understand that what is happening on this planet is completely, totally known to all of us on the other side. We know what is happening. Everything is in divine order and moving in the direction it needs to move in. There are some of you who are very fascinated, shall we say, with conspiracies and stuff. And although they can be very enticing and very fun to go in through, and I'm not saying don't read about them and stuff like that, but what I am saying is this: don't invest all of your energy into them. We want you to start investing all of your energy into something more useful, practical, something more powerful, into yourself. Start doing the things you know you need to do for you, whether that's meditating, going for walks, listening to your body as far as what it wants, food-wise, drink-wise, doing all the things you need to do for you. We understand that there is this mentality that you have this desire to be of service to people, and you will be of service just walking down the street, having an interaction, smiling at someone. It is a side effect of being a starseed. Don't worry about it. Like I said, find your passion, figure out what it is you are here to do through discernment, what is resonating with you. Generally, those things that are real passions of yours is a line that you should be going down. Think about it. Why would you have this huge passion for something if you weren't meant to go down that road? As we've said many times, and it's the second key, trust in spirit. Now, I'm willing to take questions from anyone. Please feel free to write in your questions. Please understand, if you try and ask me a question that you should be answering yourself, I will bypass the question. I do not do so because you're not worthy. I don't do it because I feel that you're not worth my time. I do it because the more you answer these questions within, through your discernment, through going into your heart, the more empowered you become. The more empowered you become, the more you can raise your vibrational frequency in the energy that you are running, in the energy that you are sharing, in the energy you are using while on this planet. And that's very, very vitally important and very powerful. Yes, Amanda, you're saying that you definitely need to be doing more self-care. Each and every one of you need to be doing more self-care. That is very vitally important. Michelle Tilley, you want to know where you are from. It's not this planet. I cannot give you a name for obvious reasons. All I can tell you, it's not from this neighborhood. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm giving you the answer that I'm giving you. Because your focus needs to be somewhere else. That's very important. Samantha, you're having a difficult time in the astral and dreaming. Am I able to elaborate on what's happening to you? You are in some respects, you're seeing yourself here because that's who you relate to. But you are beginning to remember things that occurred on your true home. And some of the things that you went through were not very nice or pleasant. And for your world, it did not end very well, as you know. And so these things are coming up in your dream time because you need to start focusing on releasing them. And for the most part, especially on some of these things, it is better to come up in the dream time than in the waking time. Heather Walden, you feel like a light being in your galactic family is trying to reach out to you and you're wanting to know if there's a name. This one says many, many times, he's very bad with names, and because we come through him, while speaking through him, that is a limitation on what we can bring through. So I do not have a name for you. There is a being who is part of your galactic family that is with you. It is someone that you would term family, true family. And what you need to understand is they will make sure that you receive whatever it is you need to receive from them. So partially it is about trust on your part. But the thing is you'll be able to access more through your heart. And that is a clue. Listen to the heart. Wendy, so if we have soul contracts not fulfilled, our starseed commitment has priority over the contract. Many individuals. Okay. I am going to try and explain this the best that I can. From our perspective on this side of the veil, on my side of the veil, we do not see what you've chosen for an incarnation as a contract. So think of it this way. I'm trying to find the correct analogy, so I will do my best here. You are incarnated here. You have a job that you go to. They pay you money. They have given you an employment contract. You have to work particular hours. You have to do a particular job. They pay you a particular wage and provide you with whatever benefits that they're going to provide you. You get X number of days or weeks for holiday. so on and so on and so on. If you break or breach that contract, you lose your job. If the company breaches the contract, you can sue the company and force them to pay you a lot of money or whatever the case may be. If there are things, what you have chosen to experience, go through things like that here, and let's say hypothetically you don't do something that you had chosen to experience and go through. No one on the other side judges you, no one criticizes you. Actually, we simply ask you a question. Was that really important enough that you want to do it, try to do it in another incarnation? That's all. And you see, as far as your overall question, the bottom line is this. You've been here, each of you starseed who have been here throughout this grand cycle, at the minimum, you've had at least 300 lifetimes. Some of you have had over 500. I want you to consider something. Let's say you're 60 years old, and I want you to think back to all the things that you've done, experienced, gone through, the heartache, the joy, the laughter, the sorrow, the sadness, everything throughout this entire life. Times that by, let's make it easy, 400. Okay, so 400 lifetimes. Let's say on average you lived 70 years. That's 2,800 years you have lived on this planet. Do you understand that? Christianity believes that this world has only been here for 6,000 years. Many within Christianity believe that. So you have been here all this time. What was the overall goal? To complete phase 1 of Project Earth, which happened in 2015. If by chance you don't accomplish one of the things you wanted to do during this incarnation, you're not going to be punished and sent back down here. You're still going to go home. Anyway, I hope that this has answered your question. Amanda, you're getting lots of random physical aches and pains and cold type symptoms. Are these just symptoms of restructuring of your physical self? Also quite tired a lot? This is one of those situations you need to ask and talk to your guides about ensuring that your physical body gets the rest it needs. You are in the process of a massive releasing process. And this is part of the reason for your tiredness. It is also part of the reason why you are experiencing a lot of the things you're experiencing. you would see that you're having you are pulling things off of other people to transmute and to release. And you need to speak to yourself and stop doing this. Simply by saying, I remove myself from removing things from other people, and I choose not to do this anymore. And you may need to do it several times for it to fully activate and go into that. That is very important. So, Michelle, perhaps you can answer me a question. Perhaps you answer me the question, why is it so important for you to know where you come from? Donna, I would suggest placing your hand on his back of his heart and tuning in and trusting what you receive. That would be my suggestion. Michelle, what you need to understand is the only thing you need to really realize and understand is that you are a star seed. Suzanne, you had a healing where entities got removed. It is the second time this year. Why does that happen and how can I keep them at bay? Generally, that happens because they recognize your energy or they see you as light, so they attach themselves. Many times, because what I'm feeling from this is that they are simply those who have crossed over, and they are attaching themselves to you because you are emitting a light. And many people are told, go to the light. So I would suggest that if you feel this or feel them around, ask the ushers to come and assist, because the ushers are the ones who deal with those who cross over as well as who are coming into this planet. Sometimes when a soul is really lost and they cross over, they won't see the ushers who are there to escort them over to the other side. So Deb Flanagan, you have shoulder and neck pain. Can you heal that yourself? Technically, yes. If it doesn't work, I would suggest going to someone who can assist you with it. Twee Milner, your cousin is constantly psychic attacked, though he puts shields up. He's a starseed. He needs to cut his cords more often because they're actually, the shields are fine, but when you're corded, that won't stop energy from coming in through those cords. Dale Floyd, You have seen yourself with a reptilian head on another planet. Is this right? If so, is there a reason I chose it? My question to you, Dale, was that actually you, or were you seeing a scene, or were you seeing something else? Jeanette Southwood, you need to trust your heart more. Gretchen, it is Alsharon. Yes, I know, Michelle. That's why focus on your heart more than trying to get outside information. Amanda, you've always done that. Yes, I know. Removing things from others, but you see what you've done is you remove it from others, and then it just stays within you. It makes you ill, makes you sick, and it creates so many issues and problems, you know. But the problem is you're doing this and they're not even aware that you're doing it. Why is it your responsibility to deal with their incarnation? See, the problem is that with starseed there is this overriding mentality: I must be of service. I have to help people. I have to help people. It's the right thing to do. No, you, like every other starseed, is here on a path. You are responsible only for you. If someone comes to you and asks you for assistance, providing that assistance is wonderful, no problem. But if you are just simply going around taking things out of people because you can, then you're interfering in their incarnation. They may have these things for a reason. There may be a reason why they have them. They are the ones that need to be removing them and releasing them and letting them go. Understanding what it is that they're being given. It is very important to remember you are responsible for your incarnation. Stop trying to be responsible for everyone else's. You might actually find that would make a big difference with some of the things you've been experiencing in your life, Amanda. Joanne, there is not a block. You simply need to allow and give it some time. And it will open up in other ways. Tiani, in this moment, everything is fine. Correct, Donna. Right, Amanda, so you need to step back from that and be within yourself. I will conclude this channeling at this time. Much love to all of you. Many blessings. Please be aware of what is happening. Please be aware of what is going on within yourself. please be more conscious with regards to the choices you are making. If you think that it is appropriate to assist other people, and by doing so it is harming you, either you shouldn't be doing that or you're doing something incorrectly. Be mindful of that, please. Much love to all of you. Many blessings. I am Alsharon of the GodStar in service to Source, planet Earth, and every star seed upon planet Earth. Yamato Shikaratala Yatarakoto Korotomoto Shiamata.